I'm just taking a step back just to show you that I look like a little boy. Because this has been what I've worn for the past week. And I just rotate through the 2 grey pants that I have. I'm gonna close that window. I'm still a little bit sick, and I was able to get the day off of work. I haven't taken a weekend off of work in months, is what it feels like. So it was very weird to wake up and not have to go and do open at the bakery. But I'm very glad that I got that, because I'm still a little sick, but you know, like, we're basically recovered. It's just a little bit of raspiness, a little bit of a runny nose. Right now, I'm not freaking out. I've sort of come to an acceptance that maybe I will fail the chemistry test, but because I did well in my internals, how it works is everything that happened before this exam that's coming up on Friday is worth 50% in combination. And then this test alone is worth 50. That's like to put it into perspective for how much this test weighs. But lucky me, I did well. So that means 50%, I got nearly 100%. So this one, if I just I'm trying to focus on specific things and just make sure that I know those ones really well. And I'm just gonna really, really hope that those ones are in the exam. Because there's some things that I just can't wrap my head around. Also, I finished my biology test on Friday. It was my first test ever. And you know, it wasn't that bad. And I just got to a point where I was like, I don't care. On my way there, I was listening to some Chaka Khan. And then on my way back, I also blasted it. I'm every woman. I'm gonna go and eat my sandwich that I made. It is truffle mushroom. It is so good. I got a new matcha powder, but I feel like this is such a first world problem. So let me just tell you right now, what I'm about to say is completely irrelevant and unimportant. But do you see that? Do you see it? It looks greener on camera. This one is quite like a brown green, so it doesn't taste as good. I have been studying chemistry for about 5 hours. I feel like yesterday I was sitting in my head at an E, and now I feel like I'm sitting at a C minus, which is great. You know, like baby steps, right? And then tomorrow I'll be at a C. And I'm one of those people that that before externals, a C would have been the end of the world, but now it seems like a beautiful world that I want to be in. I just don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm at the end of the road. I just want to get this test over and done with, get out of the test, chuck everything away and never have to think about it ever again. I don't want to go to Aldi. My mum brought home this sparkling apple juice and it's so good. And I thought that they only sold that for really absurd prices at health food shops. So hey, the next time you see me, you could be in a shopping trolley at Aldi. I just finished at Aldi. Also, there's a man in the car beside me and I really debated filming this or not. I decided I don't know who this man is, so I don't care if this man is judging me for talking to a camera in my car in the Aldi supermarket parking lot. I went in and I called my mum because my mum knows where the sparkling apple juice is, so she of course directed me to where it was. As she did that, when she realized I was in Aldi, she gave me a list of things to get, so I bought a bunch of shopping stuff. The only note that I have for Aldi that's like a negative is how incredibly quiet the one in my town is. Like, I swear you could hear a pin drop. It is so quiet in there. I grabbed a basket and stupidly, I got 4 of these because they're $2.99 each. Do you know how much a tiny bottle of this would cost at the health food shop that I work at? It would be like $5, but no, here $2.99 each for one of these. These are a godsend. Devondale. I don't know, I felt so loud with the bottles like making a really loud noise. You know, in like movies when it's like a teenager and they're going for a sleepover and they've got all of the alcohol in their bag just making noise as they walk down the stairs and they're trying not to let their parents hear them. It felt like that. And I just felt watched, but also it's just a bunch of old people in there. It's great. That's also what I like about it. I am also craving nerds. So maybe I'll go do that. I feel like my eyes are going crossed. I just really need to eat something. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna whisper because my mum is in the kitchen. But what I have for breakfast is sourdough toast with cream cheese and jam. Don't knock it till you try it because it is one of the best things that I have and probably my favorite thing to have on toast. I also just made some beef broth with some soy sauce and some sesame oil and some chives because I felt like that. I have my modern history test, which I've probably already mentioned. I've got it at 8:30 a.m. I think I did like an hour of study maximum for this test overall, and that was all done yesterday. But it's really not a test that you need to study for. It's more skill based, which is why I'm so not stressed out right now. I feel like for the theory ones that essentially measure your IQ based off of how much you can memorize, those ones really stress me out. This one is just always easy and it's only 25%. My voice keeps cracking. At 7:27, me and some of my friends that are in my modern class, they've got this like tradition of meeting up at 7-Eleven. I feel like, Finn, you're probably going to be watching this right now. Tell me if it's a tradition, because in my eyes it is, and I think it's like it's adorable. It's adorable. Basically, Finn and Josh and Bo go to 7-Eleven, get some cheap coffees, probably get a deal, and then they'll go study at the school. So you know what? Maybe I'll come along with them. I'm not going to get coffee because I know it'll make me feel jittery. And it's really not a good thing when you're doing like a 2-hour exam and you've had coffee and my hand is just going like this the whole time. It's not a fun experience. I'm going to eat now and then brush my teeth, be on my way. I'm also going to the gym after the test, and then I've just got to study for chemistry. I'm just packing before I leave. I'm very on schedule. Like, I've got my gym shorts and my white sports bra. I really can't be bothered to go to the gym, but because I was so sick on Friday, I decided to skip it. Friday I had my bio test, and I booked a tutoring session at 6 p.m. that day. It was the only time available because she's very good. And I decided I'm going to go after that. Then just all of my brain power was taken out of me in that tutoring session. If you guys have had organic chemistry explained to you, you'll know that it is awful unless you are a genius. I realized every time, it's a pattern, every time I get into exams, my standard of care just goes all the way down until after I'm done. Like, one of my best friends, Maddie, was saying that every time she looked in the mirror, it felt like there was just one thing less, and I couldn't agree more. 1, I'll wait like 2 weeks to shave my legs. 2, I can't be bothered to put on mascara anymore. I just am like, there's no need, and also it just adds an extra step at the end of the day. I do still shower and I do still wash my hair. It's just, I feel like I care less and less what I look like every day. And also yesterday, like what I wear in public, you know, I wore those grey pants, these ones. They're quite loose, and I think that I was sagging a little bit in Aldi. I realized that maybe that's why people were looking at me, because I was sagging. Anyways, lucky them, it's fine. I'm gonna go now.
Like 8:15, 7:15 actually, it's such a good shot.
This isn't...
It's a lot.
I'm home now. The test was really easy, like really, really easy. Modern history, if you guys are in Australia and you're doing ATAR and you want a really easy subject, go for modern, in my opinion. I just arrived home and I made some rice with some like chili crisp egg on top. It's so hot. I feel like I'm gonna faint from the heat. So I'm gonna go to McDonald's, I'm gonna get a spider, and then I'm gonna go to the library and study for chemistry because it is much needed. And obviously I haven't been able to do any chem studying today, and obviously we all know that I am 100% fucked for that exam. So I got a spider from Macca's, and I'm telling you guys, if you go to Macca's, if you have a Macca's nearby, try this out. But then again, I don't know if it's available where you guys are, because yeah, let me show you that. Isn't that just beautiful? Because I used to live in Singapore, and my favorite thing there, keep in mind I was a vegetarian, was the corn cup, right? It's just a regular cup of corn with butter, and it was the best thing ever. I came to Australia hoping that they would still have the corn cup. Then I found out that in different countries they've got different things on the menu. I was so disappointed. This isn't on the menu, you just gotta ask. I'm at the library now. I think I'll work and do studying until 4:30. I love coming here. It's a lot more relaxed than home. You know, my family's not being loud. But this time a lot of the people I know there are there, so it just makes it more exciting. I'll show it to you guys in a second. I'm just gonna finish this first and then I'll go in. Actually, what? Just everything. Good morning. It has been, I think, a solid hour and a half that I've been awake. I had a little sleep in today. I always wake up at 5:12 on the dot now. My body clock keeps like going back a bit, but I went back to bed and then I woke up at 6:15 or 6:30. I'm in kind of a rush because I need to eat, and Bo's already here to pick me up because we are going to my school. We are printing off a bunch of papers because, you know what? I'm actually getting kind of good at chemistry. Then we're going to a different public library, which I've never been to before, so I'm actually really excited for that. Maybe I'll even go to a nice little coffee shop because it's a really cute spot where this library is. But yeah, so today's gonna be a big day. I chucked on let me show you. I'm also wearing different socks, which just makes me feel like I'm living on the edge. Let me show you guys. This one is frilled. So if you can see my legs, I haven't shaved in a while. And then this one's an ankle sock. Who have I become? But yeah, I need to run now.